Jim McCuskey. Yeah, it's really good to be the guy with the microphone, I guess. You guys have kind of been talking a little bit about Social Security and Medicare. You can tell from the color of my hair that I know both of those, and I enjoy them. The reason that I put my name in the hat is because I want to know how you people feel about immigration. I worked 33 years at a local factory. I saw a lot of jobs going to Mexico, Canada. When they signed NAFTA, that was open to the floodgates. There are about probably 4 or 5 businesses in this town. If you walked in and held a card up that said NIS, you wouldn't get a taco or a hamburger. There are so many illegals here, and the federal government seems to want to feed them, keep them well, and make darn sure that they get part of my Social Security and my Medicare money. And I'm looking for somebody that's going to put an end to that, make sure that they know where the border is. And as far as I'm concerned, the Statue of Liberty ought to put that torch out and put a stop sign in their hand. Because we can't feed the world.
Well, sir, I was on the bench for 10 years, and I believe that it's a black and white issue. Our laws are clear. We need to enforce our laws. If we think the laws need amended, we need to do that. But you need to understand that illegal immigration is a political issue. The census is done in the United States every 10 years. They count population, not citizenship. So when they do that census, they are going to count all of those illegal immigrants. And if states like Ohio are going to lose 1 to 2 seats, so you as an American citizen are going to have your vote diluted because the Democrats have chosen not to address illegal immigration, and they won't, because they believe it politically benefits them to leave them here, count them in the census, and shift seats from states in the heartland like Ohio to states like California and Texas. So you won't hear Congress addressing this issue, but it's not because they don't care about it. It's because they don't care about the American people. They don't care about your right to a democracy and representation. So enforcing our laws is not the issue. It's getting the politicians to realize it's about American citizens.
Yep.
I bring the issue. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I didn't know it was a joke. I believe it's far more sinister than that. I believe that the legalization of illegal immigrants will create a voting bloc that God-fearing, heartland folks like us will never be able to overcome. To all of a sudden legalize 20 million voters who now we know, last statistics show 70% of them voted Democratic. This is, as Jeanette said, this is certainly a political issue. It's not about immigration. It's about power, as everything seems to be in the United States of America. We're all for immigration, but we believe you ought to follow the law. And I think that's the only, that ought to be all of our positions, follow the law.
Right now, obviously we have an illegal immigration problem in our country, and I'm completely opposed to amnesty. We can't just give a blanketed opportunity for people that are here that have broken the law to just come into the country and do what they want. But the other side of this problem is we're broke and we can't afford to deport 30 or 40 million people. So I believe there does need to be some form of a punishment through a process for people that want to become citizens. We got to provide a process for people that have broken the law to say, okay, here's the penalty, and here's a process that you can become a citizen, but that process needs to be pricey. I'm not talking about just saying, okay, here, you're a citizen. I know Samuel Rodriguez, who some of you may not know, but he's a leader over tens of thousands of Latino churches in America. And most of the Latino people really are conservative people. You want to know why they vote Democrat or they lean to the Democrat? Because they think they care. We have to change that. We have to give them an opportunity to become citizens. And this isn't just a Democratic problem. The Republicans sat by and didn't do anything about it either.
That's right.
So we need people that will stop and say, Democrat or Republican, we're going to address this issue.
This past week in the House Senate, we actually passed 2 bills, one dealing with law enforcement, how they handle work with the feds on immigration, and also county sheriffs are permissive to let them work with the feds because they're criminal as they can. And it was interesting during the debate, the Democrats all stood up against it. They voted against those two bills, and they said, well, we're going to profile, we're going to take people's rights away. And it's not all about this, it wasn't about that at all. It's about enhancing people's rights. And I remember a year or so ago when I voted, we voted out of the General Assembly that English would be our language. The Democrats all voted against it. And, it amazes me how we can count the illegals, but we can't do anything with them. And I said earlier, that's going to erode our ability in Congress, because we're going to lose one seat for sure, probably two seats, and we'll give more authority to them. And I've always thought, when the dam breaks, what do you fix first? You fix the dam. Well, we're not fixing the borders. I understand now that they discontinued building the fence under the Obama administration. So we need to get our borders under control, and we need to make sure we get these people out of this country and do what we can.
Why is it that we offer, if you can cross the border, we offer free benefit packages and health care and everything you could ever want to people that hop the fence, and our own citizens are held to a different standard. If we didn't give out all the freebies, probably wouldn't have to build the fence in the first place. And so now we build a fence. Well, now if you hop the fence, you still get the freebies. So I mean, the problem is if there was a reason not to hop the fence, if you didn't have to have a fence, you wouldn't have to have a fence, and maybe we would have a legitimate legal immigration process instead of the free-for-all.
Well, once again, the fence isn't the only answer, because 50% of the people almost come in illegally and then overstay their tourist and student visas. So it takes more than just a fence to stop this problem. I do believe it is a law enforcement issue, and I believe it's a national security issue, because when we talk about illegal immigration, we tend to think of that person, Hispanic, coming across the border from Mexico, but it can just as easily be a Hamas member, a jihadist coming across the border to infiltrate into a cell in here in the United States. It's that easy for them to do. And incidentally, I'm not very happy with the president for issuing an executive order bringing in 2,000 members from the Gaza Strip into the United States, the epicenter of jihadists, us paying them approximately $2,500 a month to resettle into this area. My parents, or my great-great-parents were immigrants. When you come through the front door, I welcome you with open arms. And incidentally, the illegals were excluded from the health care